My days followed a simple rhythm, a quiet song of work and family. When my husband Min was away for his job, the house felt a little bigger, a little emptier. He traveled often, his work taking him to distant cities for weeks at a time. I would wake early, long before the sun touched the windows, to prepare for my day at the small accounting office where I worked. The children, our sweet Anne and little Bin, were my world. I would get them ready for school, their laughter filling the morning air like the chirping of sparrows. After work, we would do homework, share stories, and I would cook dinner, often a simple soup or some rice with vegetables. The evenings were for us, a time of quiet togetherness before bedtime stories and soft goodnight kisses. I never felt lonely, not really. I felt a sense of purpose, a deep satisfaction in the life we were building together. Min would call every night, his voice a warm comfort traveling across the miles. He would ask about my day, about the children's adventures, and tell me he missed us. I knew he worked hard for our family, and I worked hard to keep our home a place of peace and love. Our life was not grand, but it was full of small joys. I would watch our children sleep, their faces so innocent in the moonlight, and my heart would swell with a gratitude so deep it felt like a prayer. This was my life, and it was a good life. Our friends would sometimes ask if it was difficult, with Min gone so much. They would wonder how I managed it all on my own. I would just smile and shake my head. It was not a burden, it was a partnership. We were a team, even when we were apart. I knew his absence was temporary, and his return was always something to look forward to. I found strength in our shared dreams. In the future we were carefully crafting, brick by brick. Every day was a step toward that future, a future where he would travel less and our family would be whole all the time. I held on to that promise like a precious stone. The routine became a comforting blanket around me. The smell of coffee in the morning, the sound of the children's feet running down the stairs, the quiet hum of the house after they were tucked into bed. These were the threads that wove the fabric of my contentment. I found happiness in the predictability, in knowing that each day held its own small blessings. My world was orderly, safe, and filled with a love that I believed was as strong and steady as the mountains. I had everything a woman could ever want: a loving husband, healthy children, and a home filled with peace. I felt truly deeply blessed by the heavens. When Min came home, it was like the sun breaking through the clouds after a long rain. The house would instantly feel warmer, brighter, more alive. He would drop his bags at the door and scoop the children into his arms, their squeals of delight echoing through the rooms. He never came home empty-handed, always bringing small gifts and sweets from his travels. For me, he would bring a simple flower or a new book he thought I would enjoy. His presence filled